clearly Charlie doesn't even like Cash. Cash just needs to understand that it might be time for Cash to go. And I know a lot of you are going to be upset with me by saying that, but do you guys not see the embarrassment? Are you guys not seeing how this guy is embarrassing this poor girl on national television? At one point in the episode, Trina is talking to Kira and she's like, Corey told me that he likes me. Even Kira was like, huh? You guys, I literally was on my phone. And when she said that, I put my head up like, what? Toothache, I feel like, is connected to every part of your body. I don't even wish that on my worst enemy. Toothache is literally the worst. I'm like, baby girl, don't you know Jeremy's pattern? You can get hurt with Jeremy. Jeremy will like you for 5 days and move on. Ellie for sure, and then maybe Trina. Maybe Trina. He said it like 2 times. He said maybe 2 times. And I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, that's rude. Some men be hiding their kids, okay? Some men will never tell you they have kids. And then once you find out they have kids, they be like, well, you never asked. Like, I've dealt with, you know what? Hey everyone, I'm your host Mayoko, and today I am back with another video on Love Island USA Season 3, Episode 22. Let's get straight into the video. Let me just start off by saying my condolences go to Josh's family, my prayers and everything, because his sister passed away this episode. Well, they told us that his sister passed away this episode. So him and Shannon have officially left the villa. My condolences. Loss is not something you joke with at all. I know a few people were joking about it on Twitter, talking about how, oh, well, since Shannon and Josh are gone now, well, who's winning? That's important too, for sure, because now they clearly were about to win the show. So now that they're gone, I wonder who is going to be next. But it's not even a joke, because people were, I don't know, they were joking about Shannon and like how they're happy she's gone. It's like, okay, we understand. A lot of people didn't like Shannon. That's very understandable. But this is a loss on Josh's side. So let's be respectful. So my condolences go out to him. Loss is not something to joke about at all. My condolences, and may her soul rest in perfect peace. Also, before Shannon and Josh left, Shannon goes up to Will, and Will is like, I'm really sorry for what I said. And Shannon's like, I'm really sorry as well. And she's hugging Will, and she's like, listen, please take care of Kira for me. She really loves you. Please guide her. Please protect her. I was like, that is so, so sweet. One thing about life, we have to remember, you guys, these are all human beings. And it's crazy because death really brings people together. Death brings people together. Like, I've seen that in real life. I've seen that in movies. Death is just something that, it's an unfortunate event that happens, and it brings a lot of people together. That was so sweet to me. Honestly, I even wanted to cry. When I seen her hugging Will, I was like, look at this, look at this, look at this. Life. So the episode starts off with Andre and Casey, the 2 new boys, popping out from the bed. I don't know why they chose that entrance. It was the most awkward entrance ever. I don't know why they chose to do that, but I hope they never do that ever again. But it was both of them, and the girls are asking them like, oh, so who are you guys interested in? And then Andre off the bat is like, I have a 5-year-old daughter. She means the world to me. So I'm here to find someone who's willing to understand that she comes first. I'm like, oh, that's cute. You know, at least, because some men be hiding their kids, okay? Some men will never tell you they have kids. And then once you find out they have kids, they be like, well, you never asked. Like, I've dealt with, you know what, let me not even start my whole life story. But yeah, so Casey is the other guy, and he says he wants to get to know everyone. He has no like specific type, but that's a lie, because he's definitely into Ellie. Him and Ellie went on a date later on in the episode. He does say he's interested in getting to know Ellie and Trina, but why did he emphasize maybe? He said maybe because when the guys were asking him, he was like, who are you interested in getting to know? He was like, Ellie for sure, and then maybe Trina. Maybe Trina. He said it like 2 times. He said maybe 2 times, and I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, that's rude. Why do you have to say maybe Trina twice? Like, what exactly is wrong with Trina? Anyway, so Andre really likes Olivia, and they go on a date, they kiss. Olivia is really feeling Andre as well, but obviously at the back of her head, she's still thinking about Corey, because, you know, her and Corey had a little connection that started a few days ago, which I personally think is very awkward. So Corey is kind of jealous, and Olivia is like, yes, he's my type, 100%. When I went on a date with him, I felt a spark that I've never felt before. He's a Prince Charming. And I'm looking at Olivia like, so you don't like Corey anymore? Is that what it is? Like, anyway, let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys some English. Please come to me today. Let me tell you guys something. Olivia should just go with Andre. Corey should just go with Bailey. Because this back and forth between this back and forth between, what's her name? Olivia and Corey is so unnecessary. I'm not here for the nonsense fakeness. Like, Just you guys, both of you guys just separate and go with Andre, and then one goes with Bailey. I don't have time for this because I don't want Bailey to go with, what's his name? Jeremy, because Bailey was talking to Corey and she's like, yes, like, I just don't want to get hurt by you. And I feel like the fact that you like Olivia as well, it's going to make me, I have a less chance of being hurt if I go with Jeremy. I'm like, baby girl, don't you know Jeremy's pattern? You can get hurt with Jeremy. Jeremy will like you for 5 days and move on. That you have more of a chance of getting hurt with Jeremy than you have a chance of getting hurt with Corey. Even if Corey low-key has feelings for another girl, Jeremy will hurt you even more. So baby, stick with Corey. Stick with Corey, okay? So later on in the episode, Charlie and Cash are in bed. You guys, somebody go tell Cash this guy doesn't like her. Let me tell you something. I have very bad secondhand embarrassment. It's really bad. And when I see Cash talking to Charlie and I see the way Charlie responds or barely responds, in fact, Charlie doesn't even respond when Cash talks. He just goes, I don't even think he has opened his mouth to talk to Cash ever since that situation happened. Like, those two are really pissing me off. Cash this episode had a really bad toothache, so she wasn't even on today's episode. They showed her like once or twice in bed in the hideaway suite. I feel bad for her because one, toothache. Let me tell you guys something. My tooth, if you know me, you know my tooth be giving me problems. And when I say my tooth, I'm very specific. It's only one tooth right here. And let me tell you, that tooth is okay, I don't even want to say the word because that tooth really hurts. My face would be swollen. Toothache can start hurting your nose. Let me tell you, when your tooth hurt, your nose hurt, your eyes hurt, your toes hurt, your leg hurt, your head hurt, your braids hurt, your arms hurt, your fingers hurt. Toothache, I feel like it's connected to every part of your body. I don't even wish that on my worst enemy. Toothache is literally the worst. So I hope Cash really recovers from that because toothache pain, do not recommend at all. But Charlie and Cash, there's a big disconnect right there. Why is Cash still pursuing this man? This man doesn't like her. He goes and talks to Elena and he's telling her how she is the one for him because he doesn't want to close off anyone, and he came into this villa to experience everything, and if he left without experiencing her, it would be like he lost an opportunity. Basically, he wants to get to know Elena. That's it. He wants to get to know her. She wants to get to know him. But Elena is like, listen, like, I don't know if you have something going on with Cash. I know you guys don't really talk a lot. So I just want you guys to clear the air before I come in because I don't want to ruin anything. I'm like, baby, you're not even ruining anything because clearly Charlie doesn't even like Cash. Cash just needs to understand that it might be time for Cash to go. And I know a lot of you are going to be upset with me by saying that. But do you guys not see the embarrassment? Are you guys not seeing how this guy is embarrassing this poor girl on national television? Like, I don't like that. Like, Cash was literally talking to him. She's like, I see what you're doing here with your shirt out and your leg, with your chest out and your leg off the side of the bed. Charlie was like, he was like this on the bed, and he was like, he looked at her and was like, oh, no. I felt like just slapping. I felt like slapping him. Listen, if Charlie doesn't like Cash, that's understandable. But don't be rude. I don't know. Listen, I'm tired of those two people. Next. At one point in the episode, Trina is talking to Kira and she's like, Corey told me that he likes me. Even Kira was like, huh? You guys, I literally was on my phone. And when she said that, I put my head up like, what? But she meant to say that Corey said that Casey is interested in getting to know her. Like, Casey likes her. But Casey doesn't look like he likes Trina. They need to bring somebody in for Trina ASAP because I know the season is almost over. I don't like how Casey was talking about Trina this episode or how he was acting. It didn't look like it was genuine at all. Him and Ellie do look cute, granted. But yeah, find somebody else for Trina because Casey is not the one. And that was pretty much it for the episode. Next episode, tomorrow's episode, the guys get to pick and one girl is going home. Who do you guys think is leaving the villa tomorrow? Let me know in the comments down below. But that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, thank you so much for coming back. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. I know something is missing. I know we falling and slipping, but if you let me, I'll go do right. Touch your body, put you in the mood.